Good morning, everyone. It is 9 o'clock Friday morning. We made it to the end of the week. I'm Jane Monreal. You're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. This morning, I want to start you out with a crash that's affecting the morning commute. Taking a look now as this is the overhead screenshot that we grabbed about 45 minutes ago.
This was about 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago. My bad. Thanks, Carlene. Producer Carlene there on the other side of the desk.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi. Look, it's a boat.
It's a boat.
That's a boat.
That's a boat on its side.
On its side. It was trailered then behind that truck?
I'm assuming so. I'm not sure, but yeah, this picture was taken about 10 minutes ago. I think the crash itself happened maybe around 8:15.
Okay, all right, copy that. So as you can see, though, it looks like lanes are completely blocked. This is I-77, by the way, heading into Davidson. This is on the southbound side at mile marker 29.4 Mecklenburg County, happening again around 8:15, so 45 minutes ago. And with all of that blocking lanes, you can see that traffic is definitely going to be impacted, and it looks like already seeing all those red lights as you make your way down towards Davidson, really stretching all the way to the top of Lake Norman there. So
it's both sides is kind of slowing down.
Oh yeah, spectator delays can be expected for sure. So not a great start.
It's Mother's Day weekend. People want to
long weekend.
Long weekend for many.
And if that boat was heading to somewhere fun, that can't be good.
That can't be good.
All right, so it's in the toll lane, but looking at a couple hours of a delay there. So if you can just avoid 77 altogether, because it looks like that's going to be there for a while. I'm looking at 115 east of 77, or just avoid that, maybe other side of Lake Norman, 16 all the way down. Save yourself some time and aggravation, certainly, instead of sitting in that parking lot for the southbound side. So with that, man, it is just going to be a real tough go as you start your Friday morning. All right, so what else is in the news today? Of course, we have a new pope after yesterday afternoon session there in Rome. So it is Pope Leo the 14th, and the first American pope. A lot of history made there in Vatican City. The latest now from Alice Barr. We have Alice Barr.
I do have Alice Barr. Let me get that for you. Ready to go.
All right, here we go. This is Alice Barr on WCNC Plus.
This morning, a son of Chicago, known as the City of Big Shoulders, waking up with the weight of the world. Pope Leo the 14th, now the first American pope. Bells rang out in celebration at Chicago's Holy Name Cathedral.
It's a day of great excitement for Chicago, for the United States to have one of our own be elected as the Pope.
The 69-year-old, previously Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, was born in Chicago, raised in a suburb just south of the city, the youngest of three boys.
We've kind of known he was special, and we used to tease him about being Pope when he was 6 years old.
He earned his master's in divinity at the Catholic Theological Union in Chicago, where those who knew him are taking in the news with disbelief and joy.
He's very warm, very inclusive, very intelligent.
Pope Francis elevated his now successor to be a cardinal, and many are reading into Pope Leo's first words from the Vatican about building bridges and being open to the world that he's likely to follow in Francis's footsteps, also sharing a connection to Latin America, having served for many years in Peru, multilingual and shaped by a global perspective.
Very excited. An American who's lived in Latin America. I never thought in my life I'd see an American Pope.
President Trump celebrating the news from the White House.
To have the Pope from the United States of America, that's a great honor.
As the new Pope, chosen by his cardinal brothers and claimed by the city that raised him, now prepares to lead the Catholic world. In Chicago, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Positive reaction overall, and take you back into the Queen City. Local reaction from Catholics in Mecklenburg County as well. Tradisha Woodard has that part of the story.
As begins his tenure, many Charlotte Catholics say they'll be watching with open hearts and high hopes. The impact of Thursday's announcement is being felt in powerful ways.
This is the peace of the risen Christ. A peace that is disarming and humble and persevering. It comes from God.
Robert Francis Prevost takes the name Pope Leo XIV, becoming the first American pope. The leader of 1.4 billion Catholics, a celebration felt from the Vatican to the Queen City.
It's amazing to see this man being selected by his peers.
The head of the Charlotte Diocese reflecting on the first public address. He says he had the pleasure of meeting with Pope Leo last month.
I was very taken by his friendly nature, but also about his awareness of the dynamics, not just of the church in the United States, but more importantly about the church around the world. I pledge on behalf of all of the Catholics of the Diocese of Charlotte our support, our prayers, and our best wishes to Pope Leo XIV.
Many churches like here at St. Thomas Aquinas also held special services and prayers.
With the passing of Pope Francis, a lot of people were sad, but in this moment, we're really happy to be united all together.
The hope of something new. I just feel very privileged to be alive during that time.
They say this moment marks a turning point, and they're optimistic about a new leader of the Catholic faith and a new voice to guide the Catholic Church.
I really hope that he continues Pope Francis's legacy of just making sure that everybody knows that they're loved by God.
More services and celebrations are also set for this weekend. Of course, we'll be sure to stick around and bring you the latest reactions both on air and online. Reporting for WCNC Charlotte, I'm Tradisha Woodard.
And of course, Pope Leo XIV conducting his first Mass this morning there in Vatican City and asking for humility as he goes into his papacy. As we celebrate Nurses Week this week, an extraordinary story from our own Miles Harris. This is about a nurse who once cared for a premature newborn and now working alongside that baby herself as an adult. Beautiful story here. Let's go to that here on Live Impact News on WCNC+.
I always knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but I didn't know specifically that it was nursing. For a while, but my parents always shared their story and their experience in the NICU for me and my twin sister. It's always impacted them, even today, 26 years later, and just hearing their experience made me want to go and do that, serve other people the way that, these nurses served and cared for us. So I wanted to make an impact like that,
Yeah. Talk to me about the impact that you have made during your time here as a nurse, would you say?
Well, I just feel like well, first I have to just say that, when I come in, I thank God for putting me in this position because, I guess I'll say I probably wouldn't have chosen this position or to be in the NICU, but, I kind of prayed about it because I trust God leads us. And he led me here. And I feel like, the babies that I take care of, I remember them. The parents remember me. I teach them as much as I can teach them. One of my prayers when I come in is, Lord, give me wisdom to take care of these babies and give them the very best care that they deserve. And, I Facebook, pictures I have of some babies. They send me pictures of them, and I hear from babies over the years. And I mean, I've even been to a few christenings with babies. Parents have invited me later. Been to a couple of birthday parties the parents have invited me to later. And I just want to give them my best. I mean, you know, I'm a nurse. I'm here to serve people. I'm here to help people. And I just want to give them my best. I don't want anybody to walk out of this door saying that that nurse did not give me all the information I needed. So that's why I try to give them my all. I try to be the best I can be for them, you know, so that when they leave, they remember,
they grow up.
and they grow up, and they remember, their parents remember, you know, the care that I gave them.
Talk to me about seeing her in this position that she's in right now, too. Then.
Seeing her?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so awesome because someone told me she was looking for me when she first came here because I hadn't seen her, you know. I guess I missed some of the new grads coming in. And then I saw her and we were like, oh my gosh, because she said to me, she said, your parents, her parents said, does she still work here? She's probably retired. And I just thought it was so cool. So we took a picture together and you sent it to your parents, right?
Yep.
And that picture that you got, I believe, is a picture of us. They told me they said, Angela, hold her like she was a baby. So, I mean, I couldn't really do that, but I just kind of grabbed her and held her a little bit. But so, you know, so it's just real special to be able to see. It's just like it's like a miracle almost. I can't even hardly believe that I see her and I took care of her and I was in her life, and it just does my heart good. Just does my heart good.
Talk to me about your guys' connection too.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like it looks special. I mean, you mentioned that though too.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
kind of bouncing off of what you said, like whenever we took that picture together, I told her actually just now, I was like, at first I was like, I hope this is the right Angela, and I sent the picture to my mom and she immediately knew, like she immediately recognized her. So I mean, I'm 26 years old, so thinking back to, I mean, I don't know how people remember things that far back, but my mom remembered her, and she made a huge impact on my parents' lives. And so I'm just, every time I walk in, I know that she's got my back, and it's so special to be able to have this connection, meet her, and get to be a NICU nurse alongside her, because not everybody gets to do that. Right. So it's very special.
no, I mean that's literally it. I mean, it doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't. It does feel like a miracle.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. And I mean, what do you hope to do moving forward with this though too? I mean, you guys are obviously working together now, but like, do you hope to obviously kind of have that impact for anybody else that you get the chance to work with?
Absolutely, I do. More than anything, I just want to serve the babies and their families the way that God has called me to, and I pray that I get to have the kind of impact that Angela has on my family.
That's cute.
Yeah.
You want to ask a little?
I think that was everything. I mean, I guess for Nurses Week, like, do you guys feel, I hope that you guys are being recognized and feel like how important you are to making everything run here, but I don't know if you want to say anything about Nurses Week.
Well, I mean, you know, it's always glad. I mean, it's always a good time when people thank you. And, you know, even if you don't get gifts or anything, it's not really about the gifts. It's just about someone recognizing what you do and just, you know, giving you a little praise for it. You know, I also do a little nursing at my church. And, you know, everybody at my church are like, oh, happy Nurses Week, happy Nurses Week. So, you know, it's, you know, just being a nurse, being a true nurse, you just want to give back. It doesn't matter what people... I mean, you know, it's nice to get gifts, but if they don't give you gifts, it does my heart good just to be able to serve people and to make them happy and to, you know, teach them about not only spiritual things in life, but physical things. Because this body, we get one chance on this side, and we got to take care of these physical bodies. So.
Oh, so sweet. Great story. And our nurses, we appreciate you. You do such important work. I know some of the health scares, you know, that my loved ones, myself have experienced. And those nurses made us, got us through. A lot of nurses. So we appreciate you, nurses. And happy Nurse Appreciation Week. Okay, it is the day after these crazy storms that happened last night, severe thunderstorm warnings, and they happened. So Chris Mulcahy is in live right now in the Live Impact studio. Chris, you called it, right?
Yeah, well, not to say we told you so, but no. No, all kidding aside, no, seriously, what we saw yesterday was a historic event in its own right, because we will typically have chances for hail sometimes, some years, like you saw the Rock Hill event last year, for it to be this widespread, number one. Number two, for us to be under a significant threat like what we did. And number three, to have this many ping pong to golf ball size hail reports in the Carolinas in a single day, very rare. I was talking with Brad yesterday, and this is a video that he actually got from social media sent in by Andy Eskridge, and this is incredible. For one, it's not just the winds that are taking down those leaves, it's literally the hailstones that are driving to the surface, because a golf ball sized hailstone can actually fall at upwards to 60 to 65 miles per hour. This is less than golf ball, but still could be anywhere from a downward momentum about 40 to 50 miles per hour. But think about it. If you're hit with a chunk of ice, imagine if an ice cube flew out of your fridge at 50 miles per hour. It's not going to feel good. And that's why so many leaves were falling. But I actually broke this down in a little bit more of a simplistic fashion for you. Okay, so our hail comparison. We had 33 hail reports across the Carolinas, and this is not just our viewing area. This is including around the Asheville area. Caldwell County was involved in one of these, but we had 16 reports of a quarter-size hailstone, and that's when it's first deemed as a severe one. A $50, which is 1 1/4 as far as the size, so 1.25. We had 4 reports of that. One of them was actually included in York County. An 1.5 inches could either be deemed as a walnut or a ping pong. Ping pong is a little bit more regulatory. Walnuts I've seen small and big. And then golf ball size hail, 1.75. We actually had 3 reports of that as well, including one in Caldwell County. So that's staggering. Before we go any further, did any of you see hail, or were you hail free?
We were hail free.
I believe I was hail free.
So you said hail no.
I said hail no.
Hail no. And it's hopefully another event that we don't really see. So this is actually very rare that we have anything like this. Not calling for really anything big like this. At the most, I think you maybe see like a quarter-size hail isolated from a situation.
Did you get hail at your house?
No, hell no. We had a lot of thunder and lightning as well, some gusty winds, so all in all unscathed. But that gives a really good example. You have 3 of us here in the room, but then the amount of video reports that we saw, these severe weather events, not everyone's going to be impacted.
I think we lived through all 3 different corners of Charlotte.
We do, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm northwest, you're?
I'm in Noda.
Noda?
South.
South, yeah. So we literally have north, center, and south. And we didn't really see too much here. Down in Rock Hill, you saw a little bit more, but there's also reports of people in Rock Hill that didn't see it too much. Because also another way to really look at this, any thunderstorm really is bigger entity, but it only has a small hail core. So it's literally just a line within that massive system that people are seeing that. So you saw 33 hail reports, 22 wind damage reports, and a lot of these wind damage reports are those shallow rooted trees. How we know that even a wind gust up to 30 miles per hour when it is super wet, that we could have that. As far as our severe thunderstorm warnings, we had over 30 of them that were reported and updated. Look at that map.
Wow.
That is a busy day, and this has actually been the most active severe weather day that we've had so far this year, and it will not be the last, just letting you know. Also, we've been talking about drought for months, and this is really good for the drought.
That's
saw
good.
a lot, yeah, I know, right? Look at that, 1.5 inches of rain, 1.6 in Gastonia, over to Rock Hill, 1.4, and there was some minor flooding, Jade, but this wasn't too much all at once, so that's actually good.
Okay.
But this is going to lead to my next point. We are going to see a change because we have some rain down towards the south. So I'm quickly going to go through our forecast. As you can see, we saw all that rain. We need more just to overcome this drought. This was updated yesterday. So we have seen some improvements. A decrease by about 20% of North Carolina came down out of drought status. So that's fantastic. But still for the year, we're down 3.25 inches of rain. And so far, we are actually above normal for May. So as of right now, this is the only above normal rainfall we've had of any month this year. Moving forward, I'm going to quickly go through the forecast. I don't know how much time we have here.
Oh, you have time.
We got time? We got time? All right, so I won't go auctioneer fast. I'll just go regular Chris Mulcahy. I'm from the north, and I talk fast in general. We have the lower 80s today, but I want to go through our storm chances and our rain chances. For one, it'll feel less humid by the end of the day as the front rolls through. Still feeling pretty sticky. Oftentimes after it rains, not great hair day, ladies, because we are looking at the moisture that's evaporating. Your hair looks great, though, by the way, both of you. So I don't know what we're talking about.
Thank you.
Yes. I was like,
A lot of hairspray.
No, and they woke up like this. I mean, what are you talking about?
I've got frizzy.
We have a cold front that's pushing through the area, and this one is going to drop to the south, and it's not going to do much. It's actually going to stall out in Georgia, and it's going to waver, and that's what's going to depend on our forecast. So going forward, we actually do have a low chance for severe storms. This would be mainly a gusty wind environment, maybe some quarter-size hail, but it's only areas that are in the yellow. You notice between about 1 and 4, we start to see some spotty showers and storms. These aren't super widespread. The further north you live of I-85, likely not going to see anything. I think the latest that we see a storm in the area is maybe 5 o'clock. So if you go into the night's game, you should be just fine tonight. And then you could have them linger as late as maybe 7 to 8 down in Chesterfield County, but then you're good. I got you all flowers, or for all the mothers out there.
Oh,
I also got you a
sweet.
cloudy, lazy morning. It's not going to be a great one, to be honest with you, but I think this is good because sometimes moms just want to relax. And when it's not super sunny out, you don't feel motivated that you have to take advantage of the day.
Like Kim. Kim wants to relax.
She absolutely does. Yeah, so she's getting breakfast in bed.
She's getting mani-pedis.
That's Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Excuse me.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's a whole weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Mother's
Going
Day
out
weekend.
with her girlfriend tomorrow. That's nice.
Yeah, I said I said to Molly yesterday, I was like, by the way, you're officially Kim's best friend on the Impact Studio channel. So, but the weekend, all in all, lower to the mid 70s. We have more clouds and sunshine. It's not the prettiest weekend, but I think you're gonna have more dry hours than wet. Here is the most aggressive futurecast I have. I like to show you the worst case scenario. So then if it gets better, then it's actually okay, and then you're not mad at me. We have some rain that moves in, I think, really Saturday afternoon, but check it out. It's far south. It's struggling to work its way to the north. I think the best chance for rain this weekend is Saturday evening, Saturday night, into Mother's Day morning. And then by the afternoon, we start to see some breaks in the action before more rain could return late day heading into Monday. And Monday's the big weather highlighter, and that's why I wanted to come back today, because that's going to be a big deal for us where we go from here. But notice this version of the Futurecast. This one I think is a little more realistic. This actually had the best timing for the rain that we had yesterday. We showed both yesterday here in the Impact Studio. Notice the only agreement that we see is that we'll have a better chance for rain south of I-85 on pre-Mother's Eve. So we have a Mother's Day morning that we could see some passing rain. So there's some agreement there. But I want to show you the widespread rain that we could potentially see on Monday and Tuesday. Because right now, our rainfall over the next 7 days, not factoring in what we just had where we saw up to an inch, inch and a half, could be 2 to 3 inches more, even 3 to 4 for some of our western zones. We're steadily going to see that over 2 days, but there's still going to be a chance for a low flash flooding risk. Also, any gusty winds could take down some of those trees. I've been telling people that you really have to be watchful of your yard now. Look up. If you're seeing that a lot of trees aren't growing their leaves, there's bald spots, that's likely an unhealthy tree, and now it's a storm risk going forward. So the more rain that we add to the soils, they could uproot, they could fall, dead branches. So I just want you to kind of keep that in your mind as we head deeper into May. But this is the reason why we're going to see so much rain. We have atmospheric blocking. The atmosphere is not really moving a lot, which is not good for tropical season, but we'll get to that in another Weather IQ version. But what happens is this moves into frame really on Monday through Monday. So once it starts raining, it might not stop for half the day to most of the day. You'll have a few breaks here and there, but that sticks around into Tuesday. It's not out of here until Wednesday. So that's why we're seeing so much rain. But then after that, we dry out and we even challenge 90 degrees the end of next week. So talk about literally everything from hailstorms to a lazy Mother's Day to near 90 degrees to 2 days of washout rain. What?
Getting it all.
That's it.
That's May there for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's actually a really good point, Jane. The reason why spring and severe weather season happens is because of temperature fluctuations. It's the warm and humid days being transitioned over to the cooler ones from a cold front that give the best severe weather scenario, and sometimes vice versa of that. So just keep in mind, it's going to be the days of up and down temperatures. We should be around 79 this time of year, but it's also May 20th that we average our first 90-degree temperature, and we could be right on target for that by the end of next week.
All right. I know, Car, you like summer. You like it hot.
I like it hot.
So 90 degrees, welcome.
Yeah, see, I told you something for everything, everyone. And I truly like the mid 70s with sunshine. I don't have that day, so maybe for most people, but close enough, right?
Yeah,
close enough.
That's going to be Wednesday then.
Yeah, Wednesday-ish. You have
Wednesday-ish.
mid to the upper 70s. I like the days that aren't super humid as well. So actually later this afternoon isn't going to feel as humid, near 80 degrees. So that's
Okay.
pretty nice
That
as
is
well.
good.
So
Yeah.
enjoy the drier days while we have
Walking
them.
weather.
Yes,
Walking.
good walking
Oh,
weather.
that'll be great. All right, well, you got your plans. You got to take care of DJ.
Yeah.
JT.
JT.
You
could be a DJ
You
one
got
Oh, DJ JT.
DJ JT.
Honestly,
Yeah, I like that.
Why not?
I like that. And he
things
has.
on social media now. You gotta lock those down.
Okay, I'm already gonna see if I can get
JT?
that. Well, son, I already made you a handle.
Yes.
You're good to go in
go.
18 years.
You got Molly covered, JT covered. Car, are you going to Charleston?
I might. I'm still
Still
plans are still
debating?
out. Yeah, 'cause-
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Plans are
don't.
still out.
Oh, I don't want a spoiler alert in case Mom is
Okay, she's
tuning
watching. Mom, we're figuring it out.
in. Okay. Hi,
This
Mother.
is a surprise.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Jan.
Hi. Where's the camera? Over there?
Yes, right there.
Hi. Happy Mother's
Hi.
Day.
Figuring it
Hi,
out.
Mother's Day.
You have a
Carlene's
great daughter.
mom. Yes, you do. So talented and smart.
Oh, stop. Thank you, guys.
What about you, Jane? Anything?
Well, my mom's in Florida.
Yes,
So
well,
I will give her a
lovely
call.
phone call.
I will give her a lovely phone call.
Yes.
Also,
And
love
say
you, Mom, in Massachusetts.
Yes.
I will give you a call as well.
Yes. Bye, Chris. Bye as well.
Mom cam.
All right, we're going to do that again next month for Father's Day,
That's true.
That's right. All right, so Chris Mulcahy, thank you so much.
Good to be here.
Good information. We've got a lot of wild weather coming up the next few days, so we might be seeing you here more often.
I'll be back Monday for sure.
Be back. You'll be back. Okay, don't forget. Go to the chopper. We are here live in the Live Impact studio at 9:25. You're watching WCNC Plus. Speaking of weather, this could affect the Great American Rail Trail. This is happening right now. It started May 6th, and this started from Washington, D.C., and this is the 6th year, the anniversary of the National Trail for Veterans, alongside Veterans Rails to Trails. And it is the nation's largest trails, walking and biking, the advocacy organization Warrior Expeditions, all taking place in this outdoor therapy program. And there are members of Congress that are supporting each other. We have a representative from North Carolina that is also on this trail. So veterans including, let me find his name, Michael Owens from Clayton, North Carolina. He is involved in this trail. It's 3,500 miles, 3,700 miles, everybody, from Washington, D.C. out to Washington State. So let's give him his flowers here as they give him a shout out at the event that happened earlier this week. Him right there waving hello. Michael Owens from North Carolina involved in that trail ride. So there they go, taking off. Not quite sure where they are right now. It only underway in the last 3 days, but we wish them the best of luck. As we bring it back out here, we are following this morning to stay on that civil service. Today we are following, and this will be happening later on this morning, but this is a live picture right now of the memorial service, the Peace Officers Ride. This is the procession with our live update right now that is along the procession. This will actually start after a wreath laying ceremony that is going to be happening as well. So this is the memorial service held at First Baptist Church, and then the processional march will happen out from the law enforcement center out to First Baptist Church. So this honoring those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty, the annual Mecklenburg County Peace Officers Memorial Service. Taking a live look there right now. All right. Busy morning. We are just bringing it all to you, happening in real time. We are moving on from that. We'll bring that to you live here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus as soon as that airs. But right now, we want to talk about what's happening overseas. If you have heard in international news, tensions in between India and Pakistan happening this following a deadly attack in Kashmir, killing dozens, including many of them tourists. So this morning we wanted to delve into further this tension and really talk about what's happening here. UNC Chapel Hill professor Navan Bapat, I believe. Correct me with the pronunciation, Professor.
Yes, it's Navan Bapat.
Navan Bapat. Thank you for joining us this morning. And let's just go right to the beginning here and explain this decades-long conflict. This really stems from the early 1947, if not before, right?
It stems from the partition in 1947. Yes, that's sort of the origin point. That's where the British decolonized the Indian subcontinent. And during decolonization, they created the state of Pakistan in the north, which was supposed to be a state populated by Muslims, and a state in the southern part, which became India, which was supposed to be more Hindu-dominated, but it was a secular state.
So why is this happening? Why did this happen, this attack?
So yeah, that's a great question, and it's a long story. This attack is part of a sort of long-standing insurgency in Kashmir, which India and Pakistan have fought 4 wars over this, and since the late 1980s, there's been an insurgency that India says is supported by Pakistan. There's quite a bit of evidence that that's true, but there also is, because Kashmir at the time of partition was majority Muslim, it was ceded to India by a Hindu Maharaja who, for security, because he was concerned about an invasion of Pakistani tribesmen, ceded to India to gain security. So what you have is a situation in Kashmir, at least in the Indian part of Kashmir, which is Hindu, it's since dominated by what is believed to be a Hindu state, but it's a majority Muslim population, and it's unclear how much of that since where Kashmir is. If Kashmir if generally prefers to reunite with Pakistan, if they prefer to become an independent country, which is what the Maharaja initially wanted, or if there's preferences to stay in India. I think polling data would be unclear. So again, we're at a point now, it's been years since partition, so it's not exactly, I can't say for sure what the population would want, but Pakistan still has not ceded its claim to Kashmir. And India has recently announced that it was going to, for a long time, Kashmir had a local law where it would govern itself, but in a sense, India has suspended that and has done so since 2019.
So both countries have nuclear weapons, and what does that threat mean then for both sides?
Well, that is, since both sides do have demonstrated nuclear capability, right? So we know that. What we're less sure of, I think, is the delivery systems of those nuclear capabilities, right? So I don't think if there were a conflict involving nuclear weapons, it would likely be more localized to the subcontinent. But an important thing to remember is that it's a whole bunch of the world's population there, and the effects of that may travel. So again, I'm hoping, again, India and Pakistan have engaged in skirmishes before. There has been cross-border terrorism between Pakistan and India. It hasn't escalated to the nuclear level, and so I'm hoping it stays that way. But the longer it goes on, the bigger the concern will be that something like that may be considered.
Yeah, I mean, Pakistan calling this an act of war, and so how do you interpret this narrative?
Well, I would be concerned with Pakistan in particular, just given the political situation. So the power in Pakistan really sort of is with General Munir, and there is an elected prime minister, but Munir really is a big decision maker, and he is going through this interesting period where the military has fallen out of favor with many of the Pakistanis. One of the main sort of popular candidates for elected office is Imran Khan, and he's in jail. So again, Munir is going through this sort of difficult balancing act. On one hand, I think he is sort of generally preference-wise more hostile to India, but on the other hand, he's also trying to sort of build some support for the military. So those two things combined, I'm concerned may be very escalatory. On the Indian side, there also doesn't seem to be much tolerance for this type of behavior. Every time there has been a terrorist attack during Prime Minister Modi's tenure, he tends to respond with some form of force. So again, those two things combined make this a very dangerous situation.
Do you believe there's any sort of diplomatic step forward? How can both countries move beyond this?
Well, so I think short term, I'm hoping so. Again, there have been skirmishes before. 2019 had one, right? So it's possible that we can sort of step down. And in those cases, again, there has been some effort by the international community to try to mediate this and try to push it towards a sort of stable equilibrium. I don't know about this case. I'm hoping that will happen again, but there doesn't seem to be as much international focus on this, given the various hotspots throughout the world right now. So I'm hoping there is some more involvement that can help both these parties step back from the brink.
And really watching here from the U.S., it's easy to detach, but why should Americans care?
Well, they should care, again, because both sides do have nuclear weapons, so that's a reason to care about any conflict, I would say. It's also a large portion of humanity is there in the subcontinent. India is the largest country in terms of population in the world. It's also looked at as a very, very significant emerging economy, and from the American perspective, there is real interest in India as being a sort of counterbalance to China in terms of its influence. Pakistan has also been an area that has had quite a bit of terrorism emerge from that area. Again, in terms of economic terms, it's also a significant part of China's BRI initiative, which is the Belt and Road Initiative. So there's a lot of activity in that area that makes it worth focusing on, just given what could happen, what the consequences would be, and also just in terms of the humanitarian impulse. And also, again, if we want to look at it that way, there's a large economic impetus to pay attention.
All right, Professor Bobbitt from UNC Chapel Hill on international relations, definitely opening our eyes to the conflict between Pakistan and India. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and offering a little insight.
Thank you.
As we bring it back out here now, you're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. Time right now is 9:35 on this Friday morning. Karen Reed retrial is up and running out of Dedham, Massachusetts. Let's go to that live and listen in. You're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus.
Who it is, based on the individuals interviewed, might suggest that these are Michael Proctor's notes.
Okay, so you're testifying that I labeled that, Proctor?
I don't know.
Right, so you don't know.
Well, you provided a document to me, so.
Right, I know. And then you just testified that I labeled that Proctor. How do you know I labeled that Proctor?
Well, I got it from you.
You didn't see me write that.
Actually.
Sustained. Questions, please.
Sure. That appears to be Michael Proctor, a series of Michael Proctor's notes, correct?
That's what's suggested, yes.
Okay. Can you turn to the first tab? There's a purple tab.
Some of these came off.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just interested in the purple tab. Do you see a series of handwritten notes that appear to be from Michael Proctor? Not worried about the content.
Sure. If these.
Highlight?
Yes.
What's the word that's handwritten in that highlight?
Objection.
So why don't we come to sidebar with this document,
Sure.
please?
You're watching the Karen Reed retrial out of Dedham, Massachusetts, going into a little bit of a side discussion there, as we have seen for weeks now, where the lawyers are talking. We are getting caught up with a ceremony that's also going to be taking place here. That's going to get underway in about 8 minutes out of Charlotte. Let's give a look here as we wait for Karen Reed to come back to us. But this is the scene where they're getting ready for the wreath laying ceremony happening for the Mecklenburg County Peace Officers Memorial Procession and Service. So this does start at 10 o'clock in Uptown, and it's going to be happening at First Baptist Charlotte on Davidson Street. But right now we are looking at, obviously, some officers getting lined up. There is first, there's going to be a wreath-laying ceremony at the Fallen Officer Memorial Statue. That's right across from the Law Enforcement Center on Trade Street. As you can see, some of the officers there holding several flags of agencies and the U.S. flag, the American flag, of course. And once that wreath-laying ceremony is finished, a processional march will then start right after the wreath-laying ceremony to First Baptist Charlotte for the rest of the memorial. So we're following this right now. We have 2 crews out there in Uptown, 3 crews. Okay, wow. So we are covering this for you.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom, as this is coming into our newsroom live.
We'll have this. We'll follow the processional.
Okay.
We'll have somebody in the ceremony. We'll also have drone footage to kind of show the grander
great. Yeah.
shots of
So because we
these.
have, this is a multi-agency processional, and everyone who is interested or close by are along the processional route, by the way, just want to be respectful of the event. This is a solemn ceremony, as this honors the folks and the servants and officers who made that ultimate sacrifice. So this is going to be something we're going to just bring to you as we look at this footage. This is just happening live. So this is the raw footage coming into Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. Let's take a look now. This is going to be the Baptist Church. All right, so this is the Baptist Church where they are going to eventually make their way to, and we'll have that ceremony later on. But this will all be brought to you here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. Just want to listen in now. Let's see if we can bring back the officers ready for that wreath-laying ceremony that should be taking place in the next 5 minutes. All right, as they take their duties and their places there, we are going to go back to Karen Reed for just a few moments. They are back on the stand. Let's go to that here. We'll bring you back here live once that wreath-laying ceremony starts.
You have to leave an emergency or weather conditions you can't write on the bag. You can fill it out later if you have the time and you know where you recovered it from, which is like, you know, in this instance, if it was a general vicinity where all the other fragments of evidence was collected from, it's known that it was within the general area of that section of the lawn near the flagpole between the street and the flagpole and the fire hydrant.
Well,
so it's
the person that filled out that evidence envelope wasn't with you.
well, I passed that information along to them.
I see. So now it's hearsay information that's being passed along to someone else to fill out the envelope. Objection.
Sustained.
It's secondhand. Let's use that word. Secondhand information to the person that's filling out the evidence envelope. Correct?
No, it's firsthand information. I passed that along to them.
So it went from you to a person filling out the envelope who wasn't there. Let's at least agree on that.
I was by myself, so yes, I told the individual what time, what location, the case number, the date, obviously.
How do you know? How do you know that you told the individual to whom you passed this along the time, the location, the date? How do you know that as you sit here?
Because that information was then put on the bag and documented.
But you can't even remember who you talked to.
I do not remember specifically who I talked to, no.
If you can't remember who you talked to, you don't remember what you said. Goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
That's not true. I might not remember now, but the day that it was bagged on February 10th, 2022, I remembered. And that's why the accurate, detailed information is on the bag.
bag you didn't fill out, correct?
That's correct.
And information provided to someone you can't remember.
Today I can't remember, no.
You're aware that that particular bag, that evidence bag, was not booked until March 14th, 2022, correct?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Those pieces of evidence were never booked into evidence until March 14th, 2022.
Those particular pieces of evidence were collected on February 10th, 2022.
Sergeant Buchanan, do you know the difference between collecting a piece of evidence and booking it into evidence, creating a booking label, creating an evidence log, things of that nature? Do you know the difference?
I understand the difference, yes,
Okay.
but you claiming that it wasn't booked into something doesn't mean that it wasn't properly handled in custody and under our control.
Sir, I'm not claiming anything. You're testifying. I'm asking questions. Was it booked into evidence on February 10th?
If you show me a document, I can tell you what
Sure.
it might be suggesting.
By the way, the evidence, can I have the actual piece of evidence?
I'm sorry, which one?
The photo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let me have just a moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
Can we move on and come back to this, Mr. Jackson?
I think I just gotten the documents that
Okay.
the sergeant needs. There are two documents here.
Did you show Mr. Brennan?
I'm sorry. You can take a look at those two documents and tell me whether or not you recognize them. Okay. I'm going to leave those up there with you. Does one of those appear to be the log sheet for the crime lab?
One is a chain of custody report for the crime lab of all the evidence that was processed, received, processed, and returned. Yes.
And the other document?
The other document is simply a receipt of evidence being submitted on a certain day to the lab.
And both of those documents indicate that the first time.
We're going to take you out from the Karen Reed retrial now and pick up things here in Uptown Charlotte, where the wreath-laying ceremony at the fallen officer memorial statue is taking place right now. Today is the Mecklenburg County Peace Officers Memorial Procession and Service. This could be silent wreath-laying ceremony potentially here, but we'll go in here live now. You're watching Live Impact News on WCNC+. You're watching live on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. A wreath-laying ceremony underway in front of the statue for the fallen officer memorial statue. It looks like we saw loved ones and family members walk in with roses, and you can see the wreaths there in front. There's our live picture right now. We'll take it back out there. You're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. You just finished watching loved ones and family members put down roses at the foot of the Fallen Officer Memorial Statue in Mecklenburg County. This is the Mecklenburg County Peace Officers Memorial. The beginning here is a pretty much solemn wreath-laying ceremony. As you could see, members from CMPD and MCSO, the Sheriff's Office, there representing. They did a salute, a gun salute. We heard there in the distance taps. From this point, they will now participate in a processional march that will head out to First Baptist Church, where the indoor ceremony will take place. So there's just footage coming into our newsroom right now from our photojournalist Mason Fosters, who's out there live capturing these images for us. And from here, we will follow this all the way to First Baptist Charlotte, bringing all of the images we can. We have several crews on scene as you watch Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. Let's go ahead and listen in as they set the stage here for this processional. Just to let you know, we have our crew just allowing some space, capturing that turn with the flag bearers, making that first corner. We have our drone photog who is also covering things from the air, so we will capture the scene from above and then head down to First Baptist Church as well. This seems to be part of the route that the processional march will take. But let's go back now to the beginning of the ceremony, or actually of the processional march, rather, here on Live Impact News is in front of the Law Enforcement Center. You're watching WCNC Plus. You're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. We are looking live right now as folks from Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office and CMPD pour into the church there, First Baptist in Charlotte. This is the Mecklenburg County Peace Officers Memorial. We had earlier live images of the wreath ceremony and the processional march down to the church as we take 3 live pictures here from our crews on scene, one including that aerial shot of the American flag, and inside the church where the ceremony will take place. So as they pour inside, mind you, we will bring all of this to you, the ceremony inside the church, live here, and continue to cover it completely from all angles on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. As it appears, the bagpipes and the drummers finished as they are now going into the church. We'll try to bring you here the sounds of inside the church here on Live Impact News on WCNC.
Chief Graham is here.
Here at 10:15, a live Impact News on WCNC Plus, watching a brief exchange between CMPD Chief Johnny Jennings and Charlotte Mayor Vi Lyles as they share a couple of words. We are waiting for this service to start. That should be happening any minute now, with the rest of the officers going into the First Baptist Church in Uptown. This is the Mecklenburg County Peace Officers Memorial, where leaders and law enforcement are honoring the lives and service of officers who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty, of course, including last year's fallen officers in that East Charlotte ambush: Sam Pelosi, Alden Elliott, Joshua Iyer, and Thomas Weeks. But we take you back out to the church right now, here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus, and it looks like this ceremony is just about to get underway.
Good morning. Everybody, please be seated. Please be seated. My name is Brad Koch with the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department, and the candle that was just lit burns in memory of Mecklenburg County's fallen officers and in support of their brothers and sisters who proudly continue to serve our community. Singing the national anthem this morning was CMPD Communications Supervisor Dre Galloway, and now I ask Pineville Police Department Chaplain Aaron Horton to come provide the invocation.
Let us pray. Eternal God, we gather in solemn remembrance, hearts united across departments, communities, and families, to honor those who gave their lives in the noble calling of protecting and serving. As we enter in this sacred time, we invite your presence among us, trusting in the promise that you are near to the brokenhearted and strong for those in need. Lord, we thank you for every life remembered today, for their courage, their service, and their selfless love, which reflects the heart of Christ, who came not to be served, but to serve. May your peace, which surpasses all understanding, guard the hearts of the families who carry their memory forward. Let this ceremony be more than ritual. May it be holy ground. May it remind us of your faithfulness, renew our commitment to justice, and rekindle our hope in the one who said, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." Bless every officer, every family, every soul present here. Be our refuge, our strength, and ever-present help in times of trouble. In your name, amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. We have several heads of agencies who I'd like to recognize at this time. U.S. Attorney for the Western District of North Carolina, Russ Ferguson, Mecklenburg County Sheriff Gary McFadden, Cornelius Chief of Police David Balcom, Davison Chief of Police Phil Geiger, Huntersville Chief of Police Barry Graham, Pineville Police Chief Michael Hudgens, Mint Hill Chief of Police Joe Hatley, University of North Carolina Charlotte Police Chief of Police Jeff Baker, City Manager Marcus Jones, Mayor By Lyles, and our District Attorney Spencer Merriweather. Thank you all for being here. This time I'd like Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department Chief of Police Johnny Jennings to say a few words. Chief Jennings.
Good morning. Thank you. Now, we gather today just a few days from National Police Week with heavy hearts and unwavering respect to honor the brave men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. This is a solemn occasion, a time for remembrance, reflection, profound gratitude for the heroes who stood between order and chaos and between safety and danger. For our own community, this gathering carries an even deeper significance. I cannot overstate where we were this time last year, the memory of that darkest day in our city's history when we tragically lost 4 dedicated law enforcement members and saw several others injured. That remains etched in our hearts and in our minds. That profound loss serves as a dark reminder of the inherent dangers our officers face each and every day. Today, while the pain of our recent loss is still palpable, we extend our remembrance to all the heroes across our country, our state, and our nation who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. Each name etched on the memorials, each story shared represents a life dedicated to service, a commitment to protecting others, and a courage that inspires us all. To the families of our fallen heroes who are with us today, please know that your loved ones will forever hold a cherished place in our hearts and in the history of our community. We share your grief, and we stand beside you in unwavering support. The pain of your loss is immeasurable, and the courage you have shown in the face of such profound sorrow is truly remarkable. We promise to never forget the sacrifices of your loved ones and to honor their memories for always and forever. The work we do is inherently dangerous. There is no routine call, no guarantee of safety. Every time an officer puts on the uniform and answers the call, they willingly step into situations where others peril. They face unknown, confront the violence, and stand as a shield against the forces that threaten our community. This dedication in the face of such risk is the very definition of heroism. To put on the badge each day is to accept a profound responsibility. It's a commitment to uphold the law, to protect the vulnerable, and to serve with integrity and compassion. It signifies a willingness to stand for justice, even when that demands the greatest personal cost. At the heart of this profession lies an extraordinary act of selflessness. To choose to put others before oneself, to willingly place oneself in harm's way for the safety of strangers, that is a true testament to the character and the courage of our law enforcement officers. See, this is not merely a job, it's a calling. It's a profound commitment driven by a deep sense of duty and a genuine desire to make a difference in the lives of others. Just as generations before us has faced adversity with courage and resilience, so too do our law enforcement officers stand as beacons of strength in the face of danger. Their unwavering commitment echoes the spirit of those who have always stood firm in the defense of what is right. Today, we honor their memory. We stand in solidarity with their families, their friends, and their fellow officers. We pledge to never forget their sacrifice. Let their courage inspire us to be better, to support those who continue to serve and work together to build safer communities in their honor. Thanks to each and every one of you for being here, and God bless you.
Thank you, Chief. Cornelius Police Department Chaplain Paul Trebetsky will provide a scripture reading, and CMPD Communications Supervisor Greg Galloway will sing the Lord's Prayer. Chaplain.
This morning we gather to respect, honor, and remember. We respect those heroes whose names are now written into our county and nation's memory. We honor those who have fallen in the line of duty, both in years past and in most recent times. And we remember because heroes never truly leave us. They live on in our hearts and minds, having made the ultimate sacrifice in service and protection. Jesus said in Matthew 5, verse 9, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Each name etched in stone, emblazoned on a flag, spoken and remembered today, was a peacemaker and is a child of God. And along with that, each one was also a partner, a spouse, a significant other, a sibling, parent, son, daughter, a friend, and again, a beloved child of God. Just as they are remembered, you, the loved ones left behind, the partner, the co-worker, or friend, you all are remembered. You who carry the weight of loss and love, today and every day, you are remembered. There are days of deep emptiness, days of tears that come without warning, days when putting one foot in front of the other takes everything you have. There are days of strength, of healing, of new beginnings, and always days of remembering. On every one of those days, know this: you are not alone. Psalm 46 gives us this assurance: God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. The Lord Almighty is with us. Be still and know that I am God. So now, let us take a moment to still our minds, to quiet our hearts, and reflect on these sacred truths. Let us, in the stillness of our hearts, pray for an awareness of God's presence and listen for his voice. Let us pray that he would reveal to us anything that hinders our peace and draws us away from him. Let us pray to be lifted with his Spirit and to stand with courage against all darkness in the world. And let us pray to truly understand what it means when we say, peace be with you. Just as Jesus said those words before he went to the cross, he gave us that promise in the Gospel of John. He said, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. And later, after he rose from the grave, standing once again before those he loved, his words were the same, peace be with you. So today as we gather to respect, honor, and remember, may peace be with you, and may the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. God bless you, God be with you, and again, peace be with you.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
The following families who have lost loved ones in the line of duty have graciously joined us this morning, and I would like to recognize them now. They would so do us the honor of please standing when I read your name. Family of Officer Johnny Ans. Family of Sergeant Lewis Robinson. Family of Officer Mark Swaney. Family of Officer Sean Clark. Family of Officer Jeff Shelton. Family of Sergeant Scott Futrell. Family of Officer Joshua Iyer. Thank you all for being here. Cornelius Police Deputy Chief Jennifer Thompson will now read the roll call of honor. Deputy Chief Thompson.
Good morning. I want to take a moment to thank the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, Captain Santinello, but especially the families for the distinct honor of saying each name of your fallen heroes in the 2025 Roll Call of Honor. We will never forget their sacrifice. High Sheriff John Cook, Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. Officer James Moran, Charlotte Police Department. Officer James H. Brown, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Sampson E. Cole, Charlotte Police Department. Special Officer J. Robert Estridge, Charlotte Police Department. Officer John Fesperman, Charlotte Police Department. Chief of Detectives Joe Orr, Charlotte Police Department. Detective John N. Byers, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Robert M. Reed, Charlotte Police Department. Officer H. Edgar Correll, Charlotte Police Department. Officer William S. Rogers, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Officer Thomas H. Jenkins, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Benjamin H. Fry, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Charles P. Nichols, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Rufus L. Biggers, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Chief John Albert Rape, Huntersville Police Department. Detective Charles H. Baker, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Ralph A. White, Cornelius Police Department. Officer Johnny Reed Annis, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Paul Reed, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Sergeant Lewis E. Robinson, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Officer Ronnie E. McGraw, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Special Agent Gregory W. Spinelli, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Officer Edmund N. Cannon, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Ernest Coleman, Charlotte Police Department. Deputy Sheriff Edmund V. Thomas, Jr., Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. Officer Timothy W. Whittington, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Robert L. Smith, Charlotte Police Department. Officer M. Terry Lyles, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Eugene A. Griffin, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Andy A. Nobles, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer John T. Burnett, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Jackie Daniel, North Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles. Officer Mark A. Swaney, Davidson Police Department. Captain Anthony Stansel, Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Anthony Scott Futrell, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Jeffrey R. Shelton, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Sean Robert Clark, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Fred A. Thornton, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Mia Goodwin, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Joshua Iyer, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Investigator William Alden Elliott, North Carolina Department of Adult Correction. Investigator Samuel Peloche, North Carolina Department of Adult Correction. Deputy U.S. Marshal Thomas M. Weeks, Jr., United States Marshal Service.
Banner officers, please post your banners and be seated. Jeffrey A. Baker serves as the Chief of Police at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, bringing over 4 decades of law enforcement experience to his role. He joined UNC Charlotte in 2009 after a distinguished 28-year career with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, where he held various critical assignments. His leadership at UNC Charlotte has been marked by commitment to campus safety, community engagement, and innovative policing strategies. Chief Baker led the department to earn dual CALIA accreditation in law enforcement and communications. He holds degrees from Gardner-Webb University and Central Piedmont Community College, along with advanced law enforcement certifications. His leadership was pivotal during the 2019 campus shooting, where swift police action prevented further tragedy. Recognized as Campus Safety Director of the Year in 2013, he also serves on the NCACLEA board and is a graduate of Leadership Charlotte. Please welcome Chief Jeff Baker. Chief.
Good morning. I'm honored and humbled to speak before all of you today. Thank you for being here today, for standing with us as we remember the brave men and women who have given their lives in the line of duty. It is an honor to speak at this sacred memorial service where we gather not just to mourn, but to also honor and reflect. My name is Jeff Baker, and I have spent 45 years as a sworn police officer. First with the Charlotte Police, then with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department after we merged in 1993. I retired from CMPD in 2009 and became the chief at UNC Charlotte in November of 2009. These years have taught me that service is not simply about wearing a badge. It's about carrying a responsibility, one that reaches far beyond ourselves. Each year we come together in May during National Police Week to remember our fallen officers, those who chose courage over fear, selflessness over safety. They ran toward danger when others ran away. They protected our streets, our homes, and our hopes. And they paid the ultimate price. But today I also carry in my heart the memory of 2 young lives lost under my watch, students Riley Howell and Reed Parlier, who were taken from us on April 30th in 2019 during an active shooter incident at UNC Charlotte. That day is etched into my soul as it is for many in our community. Riley died confronting the shooter, saving countless lives through his bravery. Reed, full of promise and potential, was the first victim of this senseless violence, one we were too late to stop. That day reminded me that the shield we carry is never wide enough to protect everyone we wish we could. Their loss deepened my understanding of sacrifice. Their names, like those of our fallen officers, are not just written in records or remembered in ceremonies. They live on in every decision we make to be better, stronger, and more prepared. They live on in the way we train, the way we respond, and the way we care for one another in times of tragedy. To the families of our fallen officers and to the families of Riley and Reed, I offer my deepest respect. There are no words to fill the void they left, but I hope you find some measure of comfort in knowing their legacies endure in every act of courage, every life saved, every day we put on this uniform and choose to serve. In 45 years, I've seen a lot. I've said goodbye to colleagues, friends, and heroes. And yet, I've never lost faith in the heart of this spectacular profession. We are protectors, we are guardians, and we are family. Today, as we remember those we've lost, both in uniform and in our community, we recommit ourselves to their memory. We honor them not only with moments of silence, but with lives of service. May we always remember their names. May we always be worthy of their sacrifice. And may we always stand united in their honor. Thank you.
You are watching live right now the Mecklenburg County Peace Officers Memorial service that is taking place in Uptown Charlotte. Today is coming up at 11. My time's about to wrap up here, but we will continue to stream this live here on our secondary channel on WCNC Plus. But again, we continue with the service taking place right now, honoring fallen officers in Mecklenburg County.
O Lord, our hearts are heavy, and I ask you to comfort us. I am reminded of so many promises in the Bible, and today one stands out to me. In Psalms 139, 7-12, He is comforting us, and He's promised to be with us, and He has been with us. Please bow your heads for the benediction. May the Lord bless us all as we remember those who have given their lives in service to others. May their sacrifice be a reminder of the courage and dedication of all law enforcement officers. May God comfort their families and friends in time of sorrow. May He grant them strength and peace as they navigate the challenges of life without their loved ones. May He also protect and guide all those who continue to serve, keeping them safe in the performance of their duties. May His grace be upon us all, and may His love fill our hearts with hope and comfort. In Jesus' name, amen.